Guys, holy crap. We just got the biggest freaking job we've, I think, ever gotten, ever. So we have
70,000 square feet of graphics. We have about 100 different art files. The best part is we only have 10 freaking days to get this all done. And on top of that, we only have 3 different substrates too.
Whoa. This can get pretty complicated pretty quick. So let me simply break down how a trade show works beyond the event itself. So what is a trade show? Simply put, it's an experience. It's an event to show off the new services and products a business is offering in a specific industry. Picture a blank space. In our instance, a trade show floor. In the Vegas trade show world, it all starts with a general contractor. The general contractor is hired out months or even years before the event to plan and take care of everything down to the smallest detail. They are the silent force making these events happen. They are building mini cities on the trade show floor in 2 to 4 days when setup week rolls around. To explain it simply, they are the quarterback running the plays. Everything from electrical to space creation to directional signage to graphic elements, all the way to where certain booths are placed. And not to mention, they have to install and take down the whole event because their job isn't done until the last piece of equipment is packed up. Where we come in is during the last 2 minutes of the game. There are 100,000 square feet of graphics that need to be on the trade show floor in under 10 days. We print, we test fit, we pack it up, and send it off to the trade show floor. Once the graphics arrive, the general contractor has an area to organize and distribute the graphics. They are installed along with all the other elements to make a trade show look pretty. And touchdown! So we're back. Let's get down to the trade show and see what happened this week.
All right, guys, we made it back to the Las Vegas Convention Center. As mentioned before, this is one of the biggest convention centers in the entire world. Over 1 million square feet of just convention space. And what's bringing us by today is a national broadcaster show. So this brings in people like NBC, some of the biggest news stations in the country, and really they're providers for, things like cameras, audio equipment, all that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, we're here to highlight how amazing the event can be for your business, for everything like that, and to show what that human connection can do. Let's go check it out. We're here, and as you can see, this is a massive warehouse. We got 3 halls here of the convention center, and oh my gosh, things are starting to go vertical. Yeah, so I wanted to bring you guys here while the show's being set up on purpose, because I want to show you guys how everything actually, like what goes into everything when setting up a trade show. The end result, which is awesome. Millions of people come, you see all these cool things, you see the new products, new things like that, but you got to think about the, 10,000 employees and workers that come here and set up every one of these shows. Most people, it goes right over their head. These shows are for 3 days, and then there's another show in 2 days, so everything in here has got to get torn down, taken out of here, everything cleaned up, scrub the floors, and next event, like 2 days after that. And that's the cycle of Vegas, A lot of people call Vegas the event capital of the world for a reason, because I want to say we do 180 shows a year or something like that. I have to find a really good number for that and actually tell you guys what it is. Pop it up on screen here. Yeah, but we got Vimeo behind us. Unfortunately we do YouTube, but still love them. Oh wait, hold up, don't step on that. As you can see, a ton is going on. We like to call what we do organized chaos, and really none of that would be possible without the general contractors that actually put on these shows. Their job is to make sure everyone's in the right space. They're not doing anything they're not supposed to, but most importantly, they're working efficiently and they're staying on task and getting the job done in a timely manner. Without them, really none of this is possible, and we're just lucky enough to be a part of, the big grand scheme of things. This show, we did about 30,000 square feet of graphics, which is great, but the entire show's got over 1 million square feet of graphics. It's a big conglomerate, it's a huge industry. It's fun to be a part of, because you look at a show like this, right? The entire show is to show people in the broadcasting realm what's new, what's next, and also to connect people with like-minded people in the same industry, so then they can grow their network, grow their business, grow all that. So it's literally just a win-win for everyone, and it's super fun to be a part of. My favorite part secretly is we get to see the prints, a couple weeks before they even go to show site. For example, this show, we get to see what new cameras, tech, and all that type of stuff is coming out before everyone else, which I love. As you can tell, there's a lot going on, right? A lot of materials here. So the biggest thing that hits us at Design to Print, because we live in such a beautiful part of the world, is the waste. As you can see right behind me, we've got these modular framing systems, which I know they're kind of boring, but biggest thing is the reusability about them. You know, you buy a set of these once and you can make any type of booth you want, and you're not throwing it away at the end of the show like we used to. Back in the old days, you'd build a booth and just throw it away or burn it. Nowadays, we're trying to be as green, as eco, and everything like that as possible, and things like these modular framing systems behind me really make a big difference. So we're right at the entrance of the West Hall down here at the Convention Center, and behind us is one of the booths that we did some graphics for, and it's nice that it's nice front and center. You know, it's a welcoming from AWS to the community. And so as you can see, they're still setting up everything. This is kind of to show you the behind the scenes of how an event gets going. Now let's hop over to Mandalay Bay because they got an event going right now, and let's go see how that thing is in action. All right, guys, so we made our way from the Las Vegas Convention Center over to the Mandalay Bay Convention Center. And it's crazy that we've got in Vegas two of the biggest convention centers in the entire world. Now, as you can see behind me, there's a ton of stuff going on, a ton of people. You might be wondering, what conference is this? You know, over at the Convention Center is the National Broadcasting Association. Here is an event for REAM, which is air conditioning, cooling, all things in that realm. As you can see, it brings a lot of people here. It goes and it shows all the products they're working on, all the innovations they're working on. Biggest thing is showing a real sense of community in their business. They're nationwide. You know, people from California may never meet the people from New York, but you come to a conference like this, you can turn it into a family, you know. So this one's huge. It's a massive event. As you can see, there's thousands of people here already, and the event doesn't even start until later tonight. All right, guys, so I'm here with Mackenzie at REAM. She is one of their marketing people, and I had a couple questions for her. So I wanted to ask, so what to you is the most important part about doing an event like this, and what do you think the most positive outcome for you and your guys' company is at this event?
Yeah, so this is all about our customers. What this is for is to make them excited about REAM like we are. We want them to walk away from this event knowing who we are, knowing that what we do is for them.
I love that. I love that. And is this something you guys do annually?
We actually do this every 3 years. So this is our International Pro Partner Conference. We bring in customers from all over the globe in one spot here in Vegas. So we do this about every 3 years.
That's amazing. I guess my last question I've got for you.
Okay.
What would you say the benefit of doing an event like this is for your community, especially internally at REAM?
Yeah, so we bring about 500 employees to this event, and this is where they get to know the customer face to face. It's one thing to meet them over a Teams meeting, it's one thing to pick up a call or to pick up the phone to talk to them, but nothing like being in person with the people. I mean, we're here for them. Yeah. We do this for them, so that's what we're here for.
100%.
Yeah.
We love that. Thank you so much,
Thank
Mackenzie.
you.
I appreciate your time. You too. As you heard from Mackenzie herself, which is one of the head marketers at REAM, which is a multi-billion-dollar company, to them, there is no beating in-person events. No beating having that real connection one-on-one in person, meeting people, physically seeing the products, the innovations, and the excitement and passion behind it. You know, that's one thing that it's really hard to convey over something like a Teams meeting or a Zoom meeting or things along those lines. Another reason why events are so amazing. Guys, it's so freaking cold. I think REAM, their new invention's gotta be air conditioning an entire city, because holy crap, it's April in Vegas and it's like 12 degrees. All right, guys, so that's a wrap on today. As you can see, there's a lot that goes into events. Most important thing though is that face-to-face communication, those relationships, the networking you can get done at these events, and really just the importance of why these events are so amazing. So if you ever are in need, or if you're looking into doing an event, feel free to reach out to us. Go check out our website, shoot us an email, give us a call, and we look forward to hearing from you. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.